Hey, good morning everyone. In this video today, I'm just gonna very quickly show you guys how to create routes using Flask web application or web framework for Python. I showed one quick video previously to show how to build and run the application in less than 5 minutes, and we're kind of gonna build from that level. So what we'll do again, I'm gonna start from the scratch just to give you guys some idea what we did before. So we'll just create a new directory, Flask test ft. Okay, so you're gonna go in there, and all we need is a app.py file. Okay, so once I have the file available, I'm just gonna open it in my Visual Studio Code. That's the editor I'm gonna use. And once you have that, so all you really need is install Flask from Flask, and we'll talk a little bit more about the route parameter today. So all of that happened really. So you have your pip installed, you have a Python that can run your Flask application, you have the Flask installed, and you have now created a blank file that's called app.py. And then with this framework, this is how you define your URI. You just do app.route and then put the URI parameter, and that brings you, so if someone go to your website and go to the home page, this is what will be returned. Okay, so if you want to create something else, okay, so say I already talked about home in our last video. So if you just go there, welcome Flask users to your home. Okay, so this is gonna take you to the home folder. Sometimes what people want, here you're returning your HTML format. If you want, you can return in many different form. You can return your data. A common way people return the data back to the browser is the JSON format. To do that, you need to insert the JSONify, and let's create a quick route where I'm just gonna say the route is get JSON. So if you go there, then it's going to return you some JSON. Usually it's convention that whatever endpoint or URI path that you have, make that same as the as your function name. Like here, home, that should be home. That's my mistake. Let's fix it. And it's just the index, so that's why I'm calling it index. Here I just create a simple Python dictionary where I have a Python list where I have two dictionaries inside, right? So key 1, let's make it key 1, and key 2, 1 2 3 4 and 4 5 6 7. And if you go to this URL in parameter, it's going to return this. Okay, what's going to happen once you do that, I'm just going to save it. I'm going over here, and I'm gonna say Flask run. So it should run my application now. Okay, so now I can go back to my browser. Let's see here. Okay, so if I click it, it's giving me the hello world, so I know that this parameter right here, it's going over here. And if I go home, hello Flask users to your home, so it's going to this method and bringing up this presentation. And if I go to get JSON, let's see what we get. Okay, so that's giving you back a JSON format. It's not HTML anymore. It's already nicely formatted. This is the element 1, which is index 0, element 2 and index 1, key 1 and key 2. Okay, you're getting that back nicely. And notice one thing, if I do this, if I change something over here to say I'm just adding 10 over here, if I refresh this, the changes that I made is now reflecting over here. Or if I change something over here, hello world and exclamation mark, if I said this, if I go back to my home page, that change is not here. So one thing that I do a lot to 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 help me out here, so what I add, I typically add this at the bottom, and what it does, and I'll show you what it is. It's if name main, then app.run debug is true, so that makes that starts the application in a debug mode. Okay, and if it's in a debug mode, then if you make some changes, you don't have to restart your server every single time you make small changes. So that's kind of useful to me, so I wanted to show you guys that one. So let's restart my server one time. So now if I go back to the URL, here is my exclamation mark. Let's add some more stuff in here. So hello world, how is life? Okay, so if I do that and I go back, oh, it still didn't do what I thought it should have done. Well, just try around with this and I'll keep working on to figure out why it didn't work for me at this time. Let's go to JSON, get JSON. Alright, so this is refreshed, but this is because I restarted the server. Let's see. Okay, let me open up my another test file just to be completely sure that I'm telling you guys the right things. At the top, I didn't have to add anything else. You can do this. I don't think that is the reason why it didn't work though. All right, I'm gonna stop here, and I'm just gonna paste this command over here. Okay, and restart my server one more time just to be 100% sure. Okay, then Flask run. Okay, so that name app is not defined, so this is not going to work for now. All right, well, I'll come back to this one as I figure out what went wrong in here and update you guys in the next video. Thank you.